I think of poverty as not being temporary. It's not a matter of just being broke. It is systemic. It is ongoing. And it's a result of intentional policy and legal choices that have been made by our government that have effects on real people. So when you think about what does money buy you access, and it buys you freedom and protection from things. Money allows you to have the protection, the safety of living in a safe house with people who you want to live with, where there's no mold and asbestos, and it's safe to walk outside your door or play in your yard. It buys you protection to be able to leave a job that is dangerous, whether that's physically dangerous or emotionally or mentally, and not be stuck there because you are living paycheck to paycheck. It allows you to not have to work multiple jobs at the same time. If you own a business like the business owners that we work with, it allows you to hire staff, so you're not having to be both the CEO and the janitor at all points in time. Also think about it from a perspective of social capital. How many friends do you have who are in a position to help you and who have the knowledge and experience to be able to help you? I grew up in poverty in rural Maine. And so the town that I grew up in is an old lumber mill. And as I was growing up and the mills were closing, we were really clear that no one was coming to save us. And so for me and for my family, entrepreneurship was born out of necessity because there weren't a lot of good choices. There are several policy changes that could make a difference. The way that access to capital works, right now there is a heavy reliance on credit scores. And when I think about some of the best, the smartest entrepreneurs that I know, to a bank or a lender, it looks like they don't even have a credit score. One of the key ways that folks in poverty sometimes survive is by just setting a rule, like, we don't have debt. And that becomes a deficit later when your credit score is being used to evaluate your ability to pay back a loan. So there has been some pioneering research that has been done about alternative ways to show that someone is good for it when it comes to paying back a loan. The second thing is there could be mandatory financial education and entrepreneurship training. At this point, this Gen Z and some of the millennials have gone through all kinds of financial crises. Many of them have gotten the message that they are going to need to start their own side business and build their own personal brand because no one's going to take care of them. But where's the financial education? There's a lot more that goes into running a business in particular, and there could be more done to incentivize people to start businesses or to think of themselves as entrepreneurs so that they can have the dignity that comes from controlling your own fate. And I should say here that on its own, it's not enough to just be like, hey, poor people, you all should just become entrepreneurs. Because without support, without capital, entrepreneurship actually widens the wealth gap and makes it worse. The reason that small businesses are so important is because they create wealth not just for the owners of those particular businesses, but because they create broader opportunity. You are creating jobs, you are creating stability. I think that entrepreneurship can be a form of philanthropy where you're giving people a shot. There's a business that we have been working with for a few years now, and it's a cleaning company. The business owner was in prison for a long time. It's hard to get a job when you have been in prison for more than 10 years. And this person has now learned not only to use a computer, but is using AI, has secured contracts, and has started to hire people. So I think entrepreneurship can be a really terrific way to lift up and provide the kind of jobs that you want to exist in your community, and to create the kind of environment that you want to exist in your community. The local business is more likely to hire you or your neighbors than the big corporate whatever. Your local business is more in touch with, is more likely to sponsor your kids' PTO, fun run, Girl Scout troop, allow them to sell the cookies, post the art gallery stuff. A local business is way more likely to do that and to create the kind of community that you want to live in.